5G functions at a higher frequency than our atmosphere is used to due to the new implementation of millimeter wave bands. These 5G millimeter waves function at a rate 10 times to 100 times higher than the 4G we experience now. 5G cell towers are also positioned lower to the ground than usual, so it puts the towers in closer proximity to our devices, which creates faster speeds during operation. Though it creates faster speeds, these millimeter wave bands are easily deflected by trees and buildings, so for efficiency purposes, companies need to develop and install a lot of these 5G bases.
5G is supposed to be up to 100 times faster than current data speeds, but it requires cell phone tower equipment to be closer to users than ever before. And that is causing outrage and alarm in some neighborhoods as antennas go up around the homes. Tony DeCoppola is here with both sides of the conversation. Tony, lots of chatter about this. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. There's outrage, but there's also excitement. 100 times faster. But get this, wireless companies in the U.S. say they'll have to install about 300,000 new antennas for the rollout of 5G. That is roughly equal to the total number of cell phone towers built over the past 3 decades.
This abrupt transformation can lead to adverse health effects such as cancer and other health concerns. Because these cell towers are positioned lower to the ground than the cell towers we're used to, the radiation being emitted is more impactful and detrimental to our health. 5G's incompatibility with our current atmospheres cause damage to trees and is a possible contribution to the sudden death of birds and bees.
Is a cell tower going up in your neighborhood? If it's not now, it may soon. Wireless carriers are installing millions of them across the country to enable the new, faster 5G cell phone technology. But tonight, Julie Watts asked the question you're not supposed to ask. Are there legitimate health concerns?
It's keeping John Heestand up at night. This new pole outside his bedroom window where Verizon will soon install a next-generation cell tower, just feet from a school.
This would be a big tower pushing out radiation outside of our bedroom window, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for many years.
It's called a small cell or distributed antenna system, similar to this one in San Francisco. The industry says they're safe. Many in Piedmont aren't convinced.
Our daughter is a cancer survivor.
13-year-old Sophia has been one of many petitioning the city council to deny this cell tower and others.
I'm also a brain cancer survivor, and I am against the cell towers.
I mostly talked about my cancer and how it affected me.
But according to federal law, the city simply can't consider health concerns. It's outlined in this small section of the Telecommunications Act, based on science from 1996.
To turn your phone on or off.
Back when this was the height of technology. But if cities do consider health, the cell companies can sue. So with few legal arguments to deny a cell tower, they're popping up outside bedroom windows. The former NASA scientist says he may resurrect the bill recently vetoed by the governor.
I know scientifically that putting up these cell phone towers is safe.
But the International Association of Firefighters disagrees. They began opposing cell towers on fire stations after firefighters complained of health problems.
These firefighters developed symptoms.
Dr. Gunnar Heuser conducted a pilot study on firefighters at a station with cell towers.
And the symptoms included problem with memory, problem with intermittent confusion, problem with weakness.
Heuser says their brain scans suggest even low-level RF can cause cell damage, and he worries about more vulnerable groups like kids.
So we found abnormal brain function in all of the firefighters we examined.
Cork and his co-author exempted fire stations from their bill, making them one place cell companies couldn't put a tower.
This is the first piece of legislation that I think anyone's aware of where somebody got an exemption because they were concerned about health. Did they tell you at all about the study?
All I know is that when the firefighters ask, I do what they ask me to do.
Because they're strong lobbyists?
Yes.
So if, say, school teachers and parents had a strong lobby and they asked you to pass something that would prevent these from going up in your schools, would you do that?
If I couldn't get the votes any other way.
Conspiracy theory time! Now, the coronavirus is normally found in animals and is rarely transmitted by humans. Now, because of this fact, the conspiracy theorists believe that this specific strain of the virus is a biological man-made virus. If this is the case, I personally believe that it was created so they can expand 5G without having such a vast harmful effect to humans. I guess disguised as a vaccine in a sense. By the time 5G is fully implemented, the demographic for those most affected by this virus would be towards the end of their life anyway.
The most important piece of information I can share with you today is that, fortunately, with this virus, very, very few kids get sick when they get infected, And of those who do get sick, they're often mild illnesses. And so the good news to you is that you don't really have to worry about this as a really big danger to you. On the other hand, to your grandparents or to your friends who are over age 55 or 60, now you need to start thinking about them. They're the ones that are at greater risk, but you're actually in pretty good shape.
Statistically, who uses technology or projected to use 5G the most? The ones the least affected by this virus. Is depopulation and preparing for the future all in one, based on a survival of the fittest or only the strong survive type of complex? Just something else to think about. Trump just signed a 5G act a couple days ago amongst all this coronavirus bullshit that's going on.